He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music.
Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review for Bring It Season 4, Episode 23. Yes, my sign is back sideways because yes, I'm on my Android phone because I'm uploading a video on my iPhone, so I have to use both. So I know people's like, oh my god, I'm so happy that your Jay Lee's Corner sign is the right way. Well, on some videos, it won't be because I'm using both phones to do multiple videos. So, yeah. But you know, it came on yesterday, but I have decided to no longer review shows on Fridays. The ones that come on Fridays, because I'm reviewing all week. So I'm like, I'm off my regular job on Saturday. So I'm like, the shows that come on Friday, I'm going to review them on Saturdays because, hey, I just want to have a day where I'm not reviewing stuff right when I get off work. So that's why this review and Married to Medicine is up today. So, yeah, but again, hope everyone is having a great weekend. I'm chilling out. I have a funeral to go to on Monday. My cousin passed away from cancer, so, you know, I have to do that. And because I'm off work, my birthday is Tuesday, so I'm 36, yay! But I have to work, so it doesn't matter. And I have another funeral to go to probably next week. An old high school classmate of mine passed away. So, as I said in another video, it's been a crazy, crazy week. But, you know what I'm saying, I'm still blessed and highly favored, you know, and we just have to keep God first in everything that we do. So, I hope you guys are doing the same. And let's get started on this particular review. Now, the beginning of it, you know, for me was kind of somber a little bit too, which is why I brought up the things that I had kind of been dealing with, you know, going for this past week or so. We find out that Selena, who is the twin Star and Sky's mom and also Sanjay's mom, her grandmother passed away, and her grandmother is the person who basically helped raise her. So we all know how when, you know, the person who helped raise you, even if it's not your biological parent, is still the equivalent of losing your biological parent, point blank and period. So, you know, they're like, you know, her grandmother passed away who helped raise her, so she won't be here this week. And then they say how, you know, after that, she suffered, well, she had passed out, you know, and from there, it could have been stroke related because she had multiple seizures with the whole fainting and passing out situation. So, you know, she's not there basically, and they're saying how she's like in really bad shape simply because while she's on the mend, she's still having trouble speaking and remembering things and actually thinking as well. And I think I had said, I'm wondering if this season is taped like in any kind of order, only because I've been thinking this season, I'm thinking like we don't see Selena as much. I think I've only seen her maybe once, if I can recall. So I thought to myself, well, maybe she's doing something else, because usually she's there along with other ladies and we really haven't seen her. So I do wonder if they just waited to bring up what happened to her until they figured out if she was going to be okay or not. Or maybe the grandmother passed away and like it all kind of happened from the beginning of the season until now, and they're just not speaking about it. So, you know, wishing and sending her lots of love and positivity and healing powers and prayers and all that stuff, because again, you know, she has 3 daughters. You know, her oldest daughter Sanjay, who was on the season prior, but she was away at college, just come home to help care for her, and is, you know, very real to realize that your parents need you to take care of them when you're only a teenager yourself. Because I think Sunday is like 19 years old, and we know the twins are younger than that. And we know Selena was basically single, because she was on the one episode. The one episode she was on was the one when they had Faith's uncle singing at the little competition, because Selena was asking, was he single? So we know for that episode she was on here, but we still didn't see her that much. So I'm wondering if she was dealing with the loss of her grandmother, and then this happened. So, you know, again, positivity, light, you know, healing powers. You know, we have to speak positivity into people's lives, speak healthiness into people's lives, speak just betterness into people's lives. Even though we don't know her personally, we've watched her season after season after season. So, you know, I hope everyone is saying a good prayer for her, because I was like, wow, you know, this is shocking. there was a scene later on where the DDPs were talking, and, you know, Brittany was saying how, because they went to go visit her, and when they went to go visit her, you know, they showed a quick shot of her just saying, "Oh, what are you guys doing here?" And in that short little clip, she did look and sound different. You can see that she's different. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Brittany was just saying how even though she's so tough, it's hard for her to see Selena in that situation, because I'm trying to upload a video at the same time I'm doing all this. Just because she is usually such a strong person. So they're just talking about, you know, what they can do to help. You know, Brittany brought up how, because she was talking to, I think Dana was out there, Tanisha, Mimi, Brandon, just, you know, a few of the regular parents and everything. And she brought up how, you know, DDP has always been there for the other parents and things like that. She brings up how when Christiana's father passed away a few years ago, how, you know, the DDPs were there, you know, in the blink of an eye to help them get through that whole situation. Because I believe Christiana's father was killed, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was a whole crazy situation. And it was a couple, I remember reading about it. It was a couple years ago, so I can't really remember what it was. So she was saying how, you know, yeah, we've always been there for each other, and we, you know, they were there for me when her father passed away. So I feel like we need to be there for her in some sort of way. And they bring up how she's going to probably need help with medical bills, because she is going to need continuous care until she's able to be back to normal, so to speak. And it's not like they're saying that she's like bedridden, but she is going to be a road to recovery, basically. And so they was like, okay, what can we do? You know, let's have a fundraiser to raise money for her hospital bills, medical bills, just whatever she needs. Because in the situation that she's in, she's not going to be able to work right now, especially if she's having trouble speaking and thinking and remembering things. So I think that was a great way for them to do something great for someone else. You know, they did show them have a little fundraiser at the competition towards, I want to cover this whole part in one. They did have the fundraiser at the particular competition towards the end of the episode, where they were selling like barbecue and dinners and things like that, and had people donating. They had, you know, did a whole media blast. They had people come out to help to donate, and it was a great thing, a great cause. We saw how JJ, who was the girl's mom, the girl's dad, come and say how wonderful it was for the DDPs to do this for Selena. We did see a little glimpse of Sanjay at the competition towards the end, because of course it was a fundraiser for her mom, and I believe the twins were dancing, so I can't, you know, what it was. But again, you know, Selena, I know she may not watch my stuff, but I really do hope you and your this speedy recovery and blessings and peace and all that goodness stuff to you. Okay, on to other things. So we then find out the competition for the week is basically a stand battle competition. And Diana said, but there's a twist to it. The twist is that the parents have to be included in 2 full stands. And so, of course, they bring the parents in, and the parents are basically really happy to be included. Especially Dana, Faith's mom, Tanisha, who is Princess's mom, and then also Mimi, who is Cameron's mom. They were very excited. So it was a cool thing to see them doing that. Okay, hold on, pause. Okay, so yeah, the parents were really happy, so that was a good thing. And I think that I like when the parents are involved a little bit, because it just lets us see the dynamic between all the parents and also the children. So that was a great thing. The next thing that we see is Kayla and Tina. Kayla is still trying to figure out what she wants to do just in life in general, since she has left the Dancing Dolls. You know, she does not know if she wants to create her own hip-hop team, or if she wants to go to college, study dance, and study business to do whatever else. So, you know, Tina's in like we're just trying to figure out what she wants to do. You know, Kayla brings up how, you know, I think I want to have another, you know, competition, well, not competition, but try out for people to come join me and be a part of my team. And, you know, this time just advertise it better and not just work on word of mouth and like flyers. Me personally, I don't think flyers work in this day and age for promotion, just because people aren't looking at flyers. I mean, like when I see flyers, I don't look at flyers. I really don't, you know, which is a sad thing. But because most things are on the TV, the radio, you know, Instagram, all that stuff is kind of where you do see things at. So I think like putting up a flyer the question is, if you put up a flyer on a pole, does someone stop and read it? If you put up a flyer, even at a restaurant in the window, does anyone stop and read it? I don't. I walk in and out of places all the time to have flyers up, and I honestly don't read them all the time. Sometimes I do, but for the most part, I don't. I need to stop doing that. I need to start reading flyers sometimes. Even at my job, we have, and I know at my job, we have flyers up for parents, and they walk right past us sometimes. So we have to sometimes stop and say, hey, this and this and this is going on for whatever reasons. And then like, oh, I thought I saw a flyer, but I completely forgot. Because again, sometimes if you don't say it to them, or it comes across their face and across their newsfeed or whatever, they might not see it. So she was saying, I'm going to do this better promotion this time, like do a video, and hopefully the video goes viral, and then I'll have a lot of people come to try out for the team. And her mom was like, what's viral? Her mom is confused about what it means. It's like, oh, it means you put a video out and everyone watches it. You know what I'm saying? It's like going viral. Her mom was like, well, I thought that was usually, because if if I post something and someone sees it and then they tell someone else, who tells someone else, who tells someone else, that's the equivalent of a video going viral. Her mom was like, back in my day, that was called gossiping. Someone tell you something, you tell someone else, you tell someone else. We call it gossiping. I think it's funny her mama is still old school like that, to where she doesn't get what going viral means. I think Kayla just explained it differently. What she should have said was, it means if I have a video and a lot of people see it and they keep sharing it, it's viral. Versus someone told me and I think it was different, but it was so funny to see Tina not get it. And she's like, girl, that's called gossiping. That's not called viral. I thought that was cute. So we do see her like go to this little area to do a little video on her phone to promote, and it was her mom, and some guy. Now, the first video she did, I thought it was boring. I'm like, girl, that's why they didn't want to come the first time, because your ass is boring. But I think Kayla, for some reason, as outgoing as she is, she's in the same way very closed in and shy. Like, she's not like, I'm like, if you're doing a video to have people come join your dance workshop for hip-hop, why you not dancing? Like, why you don't have someone dancing? Why don't you have some music? Girl, something. I mean, just something. So my mom was like, well, that kind of was just like a little dry, whatever. You need to do some things to spruce up and spice it up. So she did like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 takes of it, so that it would be better. And at the end, it was better. When she did some dancing, the guy did some dancing, she put more energy into it. And sometimes you just have to do that. Like when I first started doing my YouTube videos, I felt like I was so dry. Like now when I'm like animated, I'm extra, I have, some pep in my voice. It took a couple times for me to get comfortable on camera. But Kayla's been on camera for years, so girl, bye. So, she does get the video together and everything. And we see that she does have tryouts. Way more people showed up this time than they did last time. So she was happy about that. And she's like, this is a step in the right direction. And she, this is a good thing. She's going to, of course, probably try to have more tryouts, people to join her team. But the thing I'm confused on, there was a lot of good dancers there, too. It was, because the first time she did it, she had like three people show up. This time, it looked like it was maybe like 30 people there, and that's a lot. I'm surprised that she didn't get more, simply because Brinket is such a popular show. She was on it for all this time. I would assume that she has a great social media following, so I'm surprised it wasn't like hundreds of people who showed up, just based on Kayla from Bring It is having tryouts for her own team. I would think it'd be more people, but I'm like, maybe she couldn't advertise it under Bring It, which she should be able to, because it's on the damn TV show. So I don't know. It is what it is. So, the trials went great. She's going to pick some people. It was really good answers this time. It was like men. It was girls and guys, younger and older. Like we saw some little kids who can be like baby dancing people, some older, like teenagers or whatever. And it was cool. But I am confused. Not even confused, but I wonder, like, is she trying to start her own workshops where, like, does she want people there who don't know how to dance and who wants to learn hip-hop dance to eventually compete and stuff, so they'll come and basically pay her to teach them how to dance? Or is she trying to have a thing where she has people that already know how to dance and she's basically a choreographer? I feel like with the Dancing Dolls, some of the girls come to the team and they might not know how to dance, and they're learning to do the different dances. So I was like, which one is she doing? Like, is she trying to teach kids to dance hip hop or people to dance hip hop? Or is she looking to have people who already know how to dance hip hop and she's just gonna teach them moves and routines to go do competition? So that part, I'm like, which one is she trying to do? So that was all Kayla's stuff. We see Diana has cuts for the parents, basically for them to be in stand battles, and they cut Ann, who her daughter came from one of the other teams. Basically because she had shades on and she looked stiff. And Ann is a big girl, and I'm like, I'm plus size super girl, I can move. And I'm like, Ann, you're not even really moving, girl. What you doing? She also cut Dana. I think she cut Dana because Dana seemed like she maybe could not have remembered the moves because she kept freestyling. And when you're doing the dance, you can't freestyle. You have to do the actual routine. So I'm like, she probably cut Dana for that particular reason. Even though Dana was given much, much spirit and personality, and she was geek, she wasn't doing the dance moves the right way. She cut Brittany because Brittany cannot dance. And Brittany does not have any rhythm. And she's like, Brittany, Christiana obviously got her dance moves from her mama because she danced from her auntie because Brittany cannot dance. I think it's funny. And lastly she cut Brandon because Brandon too damn silly. And he was silly and funny, but she cut him, but she then said, but because you have so much personality, I'm gonna have a special part for you, and it'll be like a little 2-step or whatever, a little 2 count. I thought that was cute. So, yeah. Brittany makeup irks my nerves. And then I think she just did a lot of scenes in this one confessional look where she looks like an absolute clown, because she'll have other confessional looks and her makeup looks fine. And then it's a third one that she did where she had no makeup on and she still looked cute. Brittany is a cute girl. She's very cute in the face. Absolutely, positively. And when she puts on a little bit of makeup, it does enhance her beauty. But when she put on that clown makeup, I don't know who. I mean, it's like her eyebrows are like from here. Her eyebrows are like all the way over here. And then it's like not a lot of space in between here. And it's just, I just don't understand it. And I have very thin eyebrows that y'all probably can tell. So I wonder if she just has, I think she has really thin eyebrows when she makes them really thick. I hate that look. I just hate that clown ass confessional look she has, because every time it pops up she just looks so stupid. She looks stupid in that confessional, and I'm like, did you not see it and say, can I do a reshoot? I don't want to do that look. It looks horrible, because it's bad. Because the other makeup look that she had on the confessional look, it looks fine. Girl, she's a goddamn clown. I just had to bring it up because it was irking my nerves. So Brittany and Dana are like outside. They are literally on the outside looking in at the dollhouse, and they're saying how Tanisha, who was Princess's mom, is dancing like a stripper. Basically, they basically called the lady a stripper. It really was. And so that, because her booty was jiggling and jumping and stuff. And I think it's because Tanisha has a nice body. You know what I'm saying? She's built nicely. She has a jiggly butt. She has a nice ass butt, and when she dances, her butt jiggles. I don't think that she's purposely making her body jiggle. She just has a jiggly body. You know what I'm saying? She has a nice jiggly body, and when she dances, it jiggles. I do think the dances they do maybe not made for her body, seeing that this is a kids competition, but I don't think she's being overly sexual. I don't think she's trying to dance like a stripper. I think that's how she dances, and her body just happens to look that way. So when she come out, and Dana and Brittany was talking about it, and and not only that, I need someone to also talk to Tanisha about that damn wig she got on. That wig with them gel down ass edges that looks horrible. Like, I get this her first season on the show, and I think every mother who's been on the show, their first time on the show, has had bad wigs. The only person to me I don't get why Brittany and Tina at times still has bad wigs and bad makeup. I don't get, y'all been on the show enough to know to get better stylists. But this is Tanisha's first season or whatever, and it's like she got one wig and she just continued to wear that one wig, and it just looks horrible. It really does. It looks just as bad as the makeup that Brittany be having on, but I digress. So when she come out, Dana basically tells her, because her and Dana kind of argue back and forth, because she's like, what was y'all saying out here, whatever, and Dana said, we was talking about, your butt not being the vocal point of the routine because you dance like you dancing too much. Your booty jiggling too much, and it's just team too much. And you know, I ain't got time for it. And then Diana like, you know, we just want you to keep your ass tame. I'm like, y'all is just so stupid, you know. And then she's like, we trying to win trophies, not dollars. I'm like, why are your trophies not dollars? Why are y'all making it seem as if this lady is a full-fledged stripper and she's not? But it is what it is. Brittany, you know, says how, you know, she acts like she was the queen of the dollhouse because she danced like she worked at 4 strip clubs. Again, she not danced like a stripper. The choreography is what, you know, Diana came up with, and the girl just happens to have a jiggly booty, okay? And it don't look like dirty and stanky or whatever. It's a jiggly booty. Get over it. And, you know, Brittany was like, you know, she's like, don't y'all want to win? Don't y'all want to win? Which offended Brittany. She's like, we was winning before your ass even got here, which I agree with. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, you know, my dance is going to make y'all win the whole thing. And I feel like it was a dumb argument, but at the same time, it had a valid point. One, it's a dumb argument because she doing the dance moves that Diana came up with. Two, she can't help her body. That's just her body. And then you got Dana and Brittany talking about her body, and both of them just happen to be plus size women, telling her to put on some spandex to control her jiggle. What if she would have said, you know what I'm saying, you can't even fit no spandex. You can't. I just don't think people should say stuff like that because it can get real personal real quick. But it was what it was. But I also feel like it was a valid argument simply because Tanisha can't come on this team acting as if she been shooting with them in the gym forever. I mean, you brand new to the team. You have not been with this team that long. You know, the wins they have accumulated before your daughter came on the team, they've already been an established team. You still new. So you can't come here as if you was Queen Bee. So again, I thought it was stupid, but also a valid argument. I felt it on both ends. But when they went back down to work with Tori, and Tori like, what was y'all arguing about? And she's like, well, they keep talking about how my butt is too jiggly, you know, my body, and I'm, you know, dancing too much, whatever. And he was like, that's because you just fine and you got a body. I mean, okay. So, that's the competition. You know, the competition was a couple different teams. The coach of the Divas of Dance, you know, we see how her and Diana have a whole kind of like back and forth thing. You know, when it's her and she talked to one of the other coaches of that whole scene. And I feel like that coach looked like she was on her way to or just left from a really hood club. She was dressed like and Diana sometimes be dressed, you know, extra too. But I just felt like the dress this lady had on, I'm like, did you just leave the club? Like, did you just leave the strip club and you didn't have time to change? I just sometimes I think the clothes they wear, and I know each city has different clothes and how they dress, but I'm like, she looked like she was at a club, strip club, dance club. It's just this some hood club, like this some hood strip club, this some hood bar, something. I was just like, girl, I'm over it. And them going back and forth about who beat who and who won whatever competition back in the day, and Diana like, you know, they beat us a long time ago, and why she keep bringing it up. I really didn't care. You know, I was stupid. So the first thing about it was Dreams in Motion against the Dolls, and I think I wish they would show the other teams' stands or dances a little bit more, because sometimes when they show the other teams that the Dolls are going against, we get maybe 15 seconds of their routine, but we'll get maybe a minute or two. Or maybe not 2 minutes. We get a substantial amount of viewing the Dolls thing. I feel like as viewers, we can't be like, well, dang, the Dolls did do better. We're going to always feel like they did better if we see more of their routine. I just wish when it was like, I wish they would permit time to show a good 1 minute of each team's stand battle or each team's routine. Just so that we can be like, okay, dang, they wasn't that good from that minute, or they was that good from that minute. But I'm like, if I get just 10-15 seconds of the team, I can't say whether it was good or not because it's so quick. You know, it is what it is. But from what I saw, you know, the Divas, Dreams in Motion did good. I thought the Dolls did amazing. I really, really did. We do see Tanisha looking like she been waiting for this moment her whole life. Like she was just like this. She was in her element. I do wonder, is she really a dancer? But you know, we see how Brandon, we saw his little part to where he came out and did a whole little dance, and then another big, she said big booty D came and like knocked him out the way, and then she danced. It was real cute, you know. I do think even Mimi did a really good job. The dolls themselves did a really good job. I really did like this particular stand that they did with the parents. It was very creative, you know. The parents was really like into it. Like, it wasn't like a little simple one. It wasn't like some easy, quick or whatever. They were really having to remember a whole dance routine to do with the girls, and it was great. And when Brandon came out and did the whole like little solo thing, like he was, you know, popping or whatever, and then to see the other parent coming like booty bump him out the way, and then she danced. It was really, really cute. You know what I'm saying? I really did like it. It was very, very creative. So of course we see that the dolls won that particular one. But yeah. And then the next one, it was the dolls against the team Too Much Dance. And again, I didn't see much of the other team to say if they did go to bed. I really don't know. For me, I think it was okay. I'm not sure. It looked like the dolls did very well. The second dance, because they did like 4. They did 2 and 2. And the parents were included on the second dance. And it was really good. But then we see when the other team was going again for their second dance, they like went over their time, and Diana was like, because you have so many counts to you have so much time that you have to do your little stand, and you can't go over. So Diana like, if the judges don't stop it, I'm gonna stop it. So Diana did walk out and was like, it's over. It was a little bit of a little melee, not a fight, but like both teams kind of came to the middle as if it was something, but it turned out to be nothing. No one fought, no one threw any blows, it was just it was a lot of confusion for that minute. And basically because Diana walked out, because they going over time, the rules of the rules. So yeah, from what I saw, I felt again like the dogs did better. So yeah, it was. And then, the ending of it was, of course, the dolls won, because, and I don't know, what we saw, it was really, really good. Honestly, it was really, really good. So, but again, I didn't see much of the other team, so, who knows. And it was just great to see the dolls back in, alignment with each other. Diana back, from last week, the whole craziness of last week when she left was pissed off, and how the dolls themselves weren't really into everything. It was cool to see the dolls really into it, the parents into it. We saw Tina was there, Kayla was there, even Sanjay was there. I think the twins was involved too. Yeah, the twins was also dancing too. JJ, their dad, he was there. So it was just a really good thing to see the whole family at the Brinket community of the dancing dolls. The whole thing coming together. The whole fundraiser for Selena, to feel better. I thought it was a really, really good episode. So, yeah. And that's my review. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I am Jay Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Until next time, people. Peace.